Here is the ultimate recap of Solo Leveling Season 1 to get you ready for Season 2. The story begins with Sung Jin-Woo, a hunter so weak he's known as the world's weakest, barely surviving in dungeons and earning little more than a pittance. Jin-Woo's only goal is to support his ailing mother and younger sister, but life as a low E-rank hunter isn't glamorous. He's often the weakest link on any raid, frequently mocked or pitied by his fellow hunters. Yet Jin-Woo continues, refusing to quit despite his shortcomings. In the opening episode, Jinwoo participates in what seems to be a low-risk dungeon raid. It's a straightforward job for hunters of various ranks, but as the party explores, they discover a hidden double dungeon that oozes ominous vibes. Inside, the walls are lined with statues, and a set of rules etched into the dungeon sets the tone: follow the commandments or face death. As Jinwoo and the team attempt to navigate the rules, the dungeon reveals its true nature, a deadly trap where even a slight misstep leads to gruesome ends. Jinwoo is forced into the role of a reluctant hero, showing moments of bravery despite his limitations. In the end, he sacrifices himself to allow the others to escape, accepting what seems to be his inevitable end. However, instead of dying, Jinwoo awakens in a hospital. A strange blue interface, much like a video game HUD, floats before him. It declares him a player, giving him the unique ability to level up and grow stronger. From here, Jinwoo's life changes forever. The system introduces him to daily quests that are laughably simple at first: push-ups, sit-ups, and running. While Jinwoo initially doubts the significance of these mundane tasks, completing them brings tangible rewards, like stat boosts and potions. With his newfound abilities, Jinwoo begins to explore what it means to be a player. No longer bound by the limitations of a fixed rank, he has a path to become stronger, and he wastes no time diving in. His first true test comes when he enters a low-rank dungeon solo. While other hunters might see this as reckless, Jinwoo uses the experience to grind levels and adapt to his new powers. These early episodes highlight Jinwoo's determination and work ethic. He may have gained an extraordinary opportunity, but it's his unyielding effort that drives his growth. The audience watches as he transforms from the weakest hunter to someone beginning to hold his own against monsters that would have once annihilated him. Jinwoo's journey takes a dramatic turn when he stumbles upon an instant dungeon, an isolated training ground generated by the system. Inside, he faces tougher monsters, pushing him beyond his limits. This is the first time the anime shows Jinwoo truly struggling with the balance between risk and reward. While the stakes are high, the instant dungeon rewards Jinwoo with significant experience points, stat increases, and new skills. One of the standout moments here is Jinwoo's battle against a pack of vicious wolves. While outnumbered and outmatched, Jinwoo's quick thinking and newly enhanced strength allow him to prevail. This victory is a milestone, marking his evolution from a liability to a capable fighter. As Jinwoo grows stronger, his physical transformation begins to reflect his progress. The scrawny, unimpressive man from episode 1 is replaced by someone with a commanding presence and a physique that speaks to his newfound strength. Jinwoo joins a raid party for a dungeon guarded by a powerful boss monster. While the hunters see Jinwoo as the same weakling they've always known, he quietly demonstrates just how far he's come. The leader of this party is a sus-looking guy called Hwang Dong-suk, whose brother is the legendary S-rank Hwang Dong-soo. But they made a big mistake, trying to lock Jinho and Jinwoo in the boss room to let the boss defeat them and then collect their loot and claim it as an accident. And this episode is one of the most important in Jinwoo's growth. After being betrayed by his party and left to fight the giant spider boss on his own, Jinwoo devises a strategy to exploit the monster's weakness. The battle is intense, showcasing Jinwoo's combat prowess and the extent of his level up journey so far. After the spider is defeated, Jinwoo met back up with Hwang's party, and the system forces Jinwoo to defeat him and his party or he'll be punished. This is a pivotal moment of the series, because Jinwoo thought he was using the system, but maybe the system is now using him. By the end of the episode, it's clear that Jinwoo is no longer an ordinary hunter. He's rising above the ranks, though he keeps his abilities under wraps for now. This marks the start of a growing divide between Jinwoo and those around him. And directly after this fight, Jinwoo enters another instant dungeon. This time he's met by the fiery hound of hell, Cerberus, guarding a large tower, which is said to hold an item he needs for a healing potion that may cure his mother. Deciding not to let this opportunity go to waste, Jinwoo goes head on with the three-headed dog and gets thrown around like a chew toy at first, until he finds his bearings and remembers he has a heal left from his daily training, which literally saves him and the fight, ultimately defeating Cerberus and getting some sweet loot. Now, Jinwoo Jinwoo has a meeting with Jinho. He's basically the rich pampered kid, and that's apparent when you first see him, all clad in fancy epic loot without a clue how to use it. During this meeting, Jinho tries to recruit Jinwoo into his newly formed attack force, as he wants to get stronger himself, and offering Jinwoo a tidy sum of 30 billion. Jinwoo keeps declining the offer, as the money is tempting, but Jinwoo really wants to stick to the name of this series and level solo. In a last-ditch effort from Jinho, he implies that if he's declined again, he will reveal his secret of newfound strength, although not 100% accurate. But if he accepts, he will take it to the grave. Jinwoo didn't take kindly to this threat and responds with a death stare and leaves. A short while after this, Jinwoo enters another dungeon, but this time accompanied by Taeshik, a B-rank hunter with the assassin class, making him insanely quick, stealthy, and precise with weapons. He works for the Korean Hunters Association as an inspector, but has a criminal past that was maybe overlooked. Jang is on a mission to accompany prisoners into a dungeon, and Jinwoo joins them. But Jang's criminal past catches up with him, and in similar fashion to the Hwang incident, Jang decides to eliminate the prisoners, taking out 2 of the 3 before Jinwoo shows up, and ultimately defeats Jang. This marks a big point in the series as how the system works, as upon Jang's death, Jinwoo receives a rune stone that holds the skill, Stealth, and upon breaking it, Jinwoo learns the skill. Does this mean Jinwoo can gather skills from defeating humans? Up until now, the series only showed us that dungeon monsters and items were the only source of power-ups, but Jang's runestone introduces a new way, and the system doesn't differentiate between human and monster. It's whatever gets Jinwoo stronger. The stealth skill from Jang's rune is actually overpowered, because Jinwoo can now go completely invisible and move undetected, which is perfect for his solo leveling. This fight also hints that the Korean Hunters Association may not be all song and praises as it portrays, if they had someone like Jang in a higher up position. After things calm down from the Jang incident, Jinwoo and Jinho finally team up, and because you must have 8 people to start a dungeon, Jinho uses his daddy's money and hired some goon hunters to wait outside, whilst Jinwoo absolutely decimates everything and Jinho gets the loot and crystals, both getting stronger and richer at the same time. The season finale centers on Jinwoo exploring a particularly dangerous dungeon alone, testing the limits of his abilities. Inside, he encounters a new type of enemy, the Knights of the Red Gate. These undead warriors are far stronger than anything Jinwoo has faced before, and their relentless attacks push him to his limits. The climax of the episode comes when Jinwoo faces Igris, the leader of the Knights. Dressed in ornate armor and wielding a massive sword, Igris is a formidable opponent. The battle is a masterclass in tension and choreography, with Jinwoo narrowly avoiding defeat at every turn. Through sheer determination and clever use of his skills, Jinwoo finally brings down Igris. Using shadow extraction, he successfully adds the knight to his army, marking Igris as his most powerful shadow soldier yet. The episode ends with Jinwoo standing amidst his shadow soldiers, a quiet but powerful acknowledgement of how far he's come. The once weakest hunter is now a rising force, and the season closes with a promise of even greater challenges ahead. That's it for the recap of Solo Leveling Season 1. Let us know if you're as excited as we are for what comes next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more anime recaps and breakdowns. Arise!